What does Africa Solutions for African Problems mean? In Uganda, it means a technology company creating products that enable farmers who are not connected to electricity access affordable solar cold storage facilities. This is Mbata, a small village in Kasese, Western Uganda. A stunning landscape, but a nightmare to navigate. During harvest time, farmers travel for long distances through this rough terrain to get their produce to the markets. This lack of access means that they harvest and store their produce for long periods to maximize the availability of transport and market. This leads to produce loss from rot and poor storage. Innovex is a technology company that aims to address uniquely African challenges like this one by developing products like Remote, a smart monitoring digital solution that allows solar equipment providers to control and manage their equipment remotely.
Remote is an Internet of Things technology, and the purpose of the technology is to perform operation and maintenance for off-grid solar assets. The technology is installed on the solar asset, which is called a DAVIX. And this hardware has sensors that measure various aspects and parameters around this solar system or solar asset and uploads this data to our cloud platform, which is the remote portal. And on this portal, customers can view this data and they can make decisions on what they need to do regarding maintenance of this solar asset.
These solar assets, for example water pumps and cold storages, are inaccessible and costly for farmers in rural areas. This is due to their high running and maintenance costs. But with the remote technology, solar equipment owners can reduce their running costs as a result of remote monitoring and can now deploy their equipment at affordable cost.
Because of the way solar systems are distributed and operated, it's very expensive for very many Ugandans and Africans to actually afford them. Each of those units you can easily part with close to $10,000 for just a small cold storage unit. On top of this, there's also the running costs because you need to maintain it, you need to operate it. As Innovex, we're B2B, meaning our customers are actually solar businesses. So we work with the providers of these cold storages and enable the providers charge the farmers only a small amount of money over a longer period of time as opposed to paying for the full cold storage upfront. And as Innovex, we're helping people who are operating this cold storage ensure that they operate as they're designed to operate. One of our clients, who is called Smart Villages, is today using Remote. And where we found them was in a situation where they were installing cold storage units in rural areas in Uganda, and they didn't have an idea how these cold storage units were operating because they were based in Kampala. So one of the sites where we installed our units, they are able to remotely monitor the performance of this cold storage so that they can give assurance to the farmers that whatever produce is put in this cold storage will be maintained at the required temperatures.
We create cold stores for farmers here in Uganda who are able to store their produce, their fresh produce, to prevent post-harvest loss. So something incredibly important for cold stores is having the data to understand how they're working. So we can build great cold stores and we can make them cold, but if we can't monitor them and if we don't know their temperature and their humidity and how they are working, then we can't improve them and we can't teach farmers how best to use them. So Innovex have created a really great device which has been installed in one of our cold stores in Kasese and also here in Chilolo, which is able to measure the temperature of the cold store, it's able to measure the humidity of the cold store, it's able to measure the power consumption that we're using, and also whether the door is open or closed, which is really important for us to understand the usage patterns. So we're able to monitor everything really that's going on inside the cold store by using this DAVIX device.
Obutuku wenyuma twabarabona ebyalya byethu ebintu tukabebeka omusasa omubiguniya twabeteka omubiguniya neribyeka nokubutuku byabora kusangwa katale etwa esituleka banaruba neryo bikatwa birebeteka omwana ketwa twasomboramu ebiwene neritwe yewulya etwawulya kobeya eyitatholerene ebyalya neryo tukatwa baretwa bitekanizya ndeke twimitwabere twabyoye twatsukere bikilininga ndeke byahenia neryo twabetwara omwa cold room neryo byabyamo tukalenderera akatale akuwene ebirimu ebyo thukabya thwabiribithekamo neryo sibiribolha kuhika oho thukesyabanira akathale ebyalya ebyo muthwakolha thuthi imuthwabighulya ebine ndeke.
Innovex has also set up a local manufacturing facility in Kampala where all their hardware and software are designed and developed. This facility has created job opportunities for local engineers, product developers, and technicians.
So all the technology, the hardware and the software are designed by our engineers. Our technology is tailor-made for this market. Here in Africa, you're not going to find a Wi-Fi signal everywhere. You're not going to find an Ethernet port everywhere. Therefore, connectivity has to be cellular. So that's one of the points that make our technology applicable here in general. The other thing is solar systems come in different shapes and sizes. And our technology is specifically designed to be compatible with any kind of solar system within the small commercial and industrial range.
The aspect of local manufacturing has created new opportunities for us, such as the jobs that we're creating today. We have 5 women who are technicians who come on a regular basis to manufacture our smart meters here in Uganda.
Innovex hopes to diversify its technology to other productive uses of energy in farming. By 2025, Innovex hopes to support 100,000 rural businesses and reach 50,000 farmers across 25 African countries.